Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend. I was just at the negotiating table with Blue a little bit, and I found that it's really hard to get back to peace with them. They're not really willing to budge on this. Like, we'd have to give them uncommon alloys, which I am not comfortable giving them. I do not want them to have weapons tech. Or like, dust alchemy plus a bunch of other stuff. You can see 121 wine isn't quite enough to get there. Like, they're actually being very difficult about this. We can't afford any deal that would actually get peace with them this turn. Then I checked their diplomatic standing, and I noticed that they're back to Cold War with Pink. I'm wondering if Blue might be getting a little irritable, might be feeling a little agitated, and might play themselves right out of this game. If we ended up going to war with Blue, because they declare on us, or because Pink declares on them, and we decide that it would be a fun idea to join in or something like that. If we could get Blue's capital away from them, it honestly puts us pretty close to a supremacy victory. We'd have to be able to get through Red's wall of terror here, which is tough, but the massive amount of fortification they have can be negated through spying. If we get a spy to level 4 or level 5, we can just drop the fortification on their city entirely. And then just, fight whatever's inside of it. Obviously, right now that's 9 units. Ton of militia, which is not too terrifying. These guys have a lot of health. Yeah, I mean, obviously they're going to have other stuff swirling around the city as well. But it's entirely possible if we just let Ziema Adya get all the way up to... if we never reveal her, just let her get all the way up to level 4, and then we find a moment... we could wipe them out in one fell swoop, right? Because if they lose the city, the game is over. It's not like a lot of factions where if you take a city while it's surrounded by their armies, they can take it back. The moment they lose that city, they're out of the game. And it's like a pretty good city. It is what I would describe as a reasonably okay city. So, maybe that's got to be, maybe we need to be preparing for more military stuff here. Now that we have access to a better class of weapons tech, maybe our play still is military. Let's have a look at... I'm going to be doing Palladian weapons, of course. Oof, those are expensive. That said, it's pretty good stats. Hard to be mad about those stats. We go for 18 health, 8% attack, 28 health, 10% attack, 18 health, 20% health, 18 health, 20% defense. Honestly, kind of like the Iron Helm. Yeah, okay, so we'll keep the Iron Helm. The chest piece just gives health, though, and the dust piece is strictly better. 1860 with 6... Wow. This is quite a bit better than the dust chest piece. Unfortunately, very expensive. 2260. While this is definitely our best option, at a cost of 10 titanium each, we can't really afford to run a lot of these. 1446 versus 2260. Man, that's pretty good, though. And then, 9 defense and 20% attack. The thing is, we just can't... we cannot afford to have, all of our stuff made out of strategic armor. And then, the thing is, I also kind of want to do titanium rings for personal 30% damage bonus. And if we do it like this, that's really a lot of titanium per unit. I think we're going to have to go to the dust chest piece. It's not as good, but hopefully the defensive stance will be a little bit less relevant on our archers. And then for the assassin, so what are we actually bringing in here? 1 adamantium and 2 palladian. So I probably don't want to go double palladian weapons on them. They do the same thing as we were doing before. Yeah. And then we'll make the same moves with them as far as this stuff goes. And I mean, I want to do this with them too. This is going to be tough. It's going to be tough to have enough resources for all this stuff. Well, we have access to the marketplace. We have trade. We can probably put these resources together. So we are completing an extractor now. This one's done. We're completing one over here now. And then, I mean, we're going to expand more. Verkal has Hyperium and another Palladium deposit, so that is a pretty high priority grab. We're going to need to take more territory because we're going to need more extraction. And then we're going to have to get back to building military, I guess. Alright, that's the plan then. So we're planning to fight red, or fight blue rather. Maybe fight red afterward, or like if we can take a detour and grab them. It is worth noting that the security in their city is tighter, so if we try anything... Oh, they're actually currently performing a roundup. So they just, like, know. Probably what happened here is they saw my units near their city, and I guess they just put together that I did that so that I could place a spy. I didn't realize that the AI was that smart, but that's pretty bad. We can't actually pull her out of the city. So I guess we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll miss her with their sweep, and then if they fail to find anything, my guess is they probably don't perform another one, right? Because they'll think that I must have not put the spy in. Okay, so... Yep, stay the course, pretty much. Gotta make sure this ship actually gets away, that it can join up with its friends and be a real pain in the ass. A dust victory is not out of the question. We will continue to ramp up dust production. We could get to a place where that's pretty reasonable. But it might not actually be faster than just killing red and blue. Alright, you actually, one of you is out of date. A little retrofit here. Sure, seed storage. Grass silk extractor, that's important. Because grass silk is going to be, like, extremely important for us. It's a very, very good resource. We currently don't have any coming in at all. Alright, you are definitely building up toward Inspirational Leader now. You don't have another ruin to search, right? Oh no, that's right. I can't be in the zoomed out view right now because it deletes the eclipsed temples. Cannot be seen from above. They have the best stealth technology. And these regions down here are pretty good in terms of resource output as well. Beat one of these armies, okay? I'll do it. Possibly. Maybe I'll do it. So we want to defeat not the Hernas. We want to find and defeat the other one, right? We don't actually know where they're at. I would expect them to be down here somewhere, right? They're probably going to be near where the quest was triggered. Nope, they're right there. Okay. We can grab them next turn. Here we have finished our caravansary. We get to build one more district. Yeah, this city is doing very well. Producing an awful lot of influence. Okay, are we good? When Nakloran finishes this burrow, or maybe even instead of building this burrow, well, I should probably build the burrow. I'm thinking we need to pump out some settlers, right? I need to take advantage of the fact that we temporarily have a bunch of extra approval, and just use that to get a bunch of settles, and then while approval is still high, get all the approval buildings in those settlements so that we don't experience approval crash. We should finish the borough streets, though, because if we build the settlers first, we won't be able to build the streets. In fact, let's just buy those out. I'm going to put 3 settlers in the queue. We're just going to grab this stuff. Actually, this is 4 regions. Do I want... I'm not sure I want all that. We definitely want Verkal. Let's start with 1 settler, I guess. Let's be reasonable. And let's be paying attention down here. I'm a little nervous about getting caught by Red and their massive army turning around and coming back over here to stomp on us. I do think it's important that we keep units in Audenda because I think if Red was going to attack us, that's the way they would do it. Okay. So Zema Adya was partially wounded, so that means they know she's there. So are they going to start another roundup immediately? Well, they haven't yet. Still no research agreement. I mean, there's no sense in her doing anything other than staying here. Oh, hey, we have access to the Dust Opportunist ability. I totally forgot about this. Here's the thing. I need to steal techs. We need to spend all of our infiltration points on stealing technology. It hurts that this doesn't have numbers on it, because I can't actually tell if this would be a valuable thing to do. We would have to steal a lot of dust from them in order for it to be better than taking a technology. And we would have to steal more dust from them than a technology costs in order for it to be better than us taking a technology. And I don't think that's likely. I don't want to do a thing right now while their blood's all up. Yeah, I don't know. Hold on. We'll decide in a second. I guess what I could do is go Dust Opportunists and then pull Guliawa from that city, since we know that they're doing a roundup anyway. And we have a little bit of health regen, so if we get wounded in the Dust Opportunist action, it won't send Guliawa to the injury house. Oh wow, you reinforced all the way down there, huh? Well, that's unfortunate. Not even 1 kill on the first turn. Well, that bodes pretty ill for us, actually. We have to do way more damage than this in order to not lose any units here. Those guys were standing in a forest. Nope, that's not why. Okay, so this guy's probably dead then. Okay, so we can do it like this. They have free counter. Oh, wow. Never mind. Problem is resolved because the assassin actually hit that guy really, really hard. Alright, so the battlefield is littered with the dead corpses. That's the worst kind of corpses. We did get a lot of dust out of that. Speaking of a lot of dust, this is still eclipsed. You cannot get over there in time. And we're probably done, right? I don't think this eclipse is going to last 3 more turns. You get to get this, though. I wonder if I should pillage some of Blue's stuff. Like, if we're thinking we're on an unavoidable crash course toward war, maybe I just get some extra value off of them. Value that is sure to enrage them. Alright, you... pretty much just trying to get home, I think. I don't want to end the turn adjacent to their village. Well, I guess I can do this. As long as I'm remembering to smash the execute orders button, we should be okay. Alright, Lodera, capital, could build a Moonleaf extractor. Not a thing of great value, but we can at least trade the Moonleaf off. Yeah, sure. I'm going to move people over to dust, though. Here in Costrian. Ooh, grass silk. Yes, please. And then, I don't know what. We'll worry about and then when it comes time for and then. We don't have a dust depository here yet. It's not a problem that's resolvable right at this moment. Here, we have an assassin who I think is going to run to Adenda. Actually, we have an assassin who could grab a temple or two. Okay, 10 Hyperium, that might be useful. So we have a bunch of dust here. And I'm not 100% certain what I want to do with it. Probably just want to keep building out with this thing, right? I guess that's a pretty good... Oh, I already built an Abbey of Anomalies in this city, that's right. I'm going to say this would be a pretty good spot for it. Are we building out toward any further anomalies? I guess there's more... Oh, there's more stuff up here, too. This breaks the shape of the city a little bit. It's a really good tile grab, though. Yeah, that's fine. Cities can have kind of a weird shape. It's okay. As long as your approval's in order, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, right away. We need more. Always need more trade routes in the Empire. Alright, who still has move left? You guys are probably good to go hunting. Just trying to move to here? Okay. Trying to move to here, I guess? We will, of course, talk to the fortresses. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll give us easy quests, or quests with good rewards. Alright, so we have 3.4k dust right now. We have a couple of options. Number one is, obviously, continue to acquire technology. I'm not super hot on this, although Endless Mechanisms is cool. Obviously, Hospitality Den has some immediate value to us. Or, we could rush a bunch of stuff, because rushing stuff is cheap and efficient. Or, we could buy a couple of heroes. More than a couple of heroes. We could buy several heroes. Because we do still need heroes in a bunch of our cities, right? Who's available? We got Bazi Safara Bahas with Dust Boost 1. And, of course, some dust-related skills that are pretty good. You have Science Efficiency 3, and you're a Vaulter, so kind of a science-focused tree. Pretty bad hero for us. I follow Tegrit, only has Army Damage Boost 3 as far as capacities go. Probably not a winner at this moment. You have Slavery, which... You know, we could make something of that. We have some regions that have 3 villages. Dust Boost 2 on Grand Cleric Akuma. Not a great faction tree for us, probably. Do we have volcanic terrain? Obviously, Blazing Ingenuity is pretty bad. Honestly, there's some chance that if we could take Grand Cleric Akuma just for the Dust Boost and then just go up the middle, straight to Inspirational Leader. Not awesome, but it's a thing we could do. Dust Efficiency 3. Okay, Jasa Murdap, welcome to the team. You are definitely the right thing to do. We would still be able to afford a tech, but like Jasa Murdap is awesome for us. So Jasa Murdap wants to go in Glanda or Radalta or Naklaran. He wants to go in a high population city that is devoted to dust. We are producing population slightly faster in Radalta, but Radalta only has 1 village. Yeah, I think this is right. Alright, Glanda is producing a considerable amount of money. Doesn't even have a caravanserai. Alright, so we could get 3 more heroes. Who else is up? Sable Deceiver, Bayari Kula. Mizari with Dust Efficiency. Dust Efficiency is exciting. Mizari's bad. But, you know, just go for Inspirational Leader, right? Plus fortification recovery is a pretty bad skill. No blockade penalty is pretty whatever. Yeah. Wadea Khan has science boost and a science focus tree. So kind of a lot of pretty bad pulls here for us. Bazi Safar Bahas only has dust boost 1, but at least has dust related skills. Comes in at level 2 with an unspent skill point, so we can go into Traveling Salesman immediately. That's not bad. And every one of these dudes could potentially hold a book, right? I think this is what we're doing. Let's buy a bunch of heroes. So Afalo Tegrit's not a good call. Grand Cleric Akuma will be fine. Fine, not great. The next batch of heroes is going to show up on turn 91. I definitely don't want to wait that long. And then feeds on bones, I think. Okay. So, Bazi Safar Bahas wants to be just kind of anywhere. Yeah, just sort of anywhere. Places where we're building stuff are good. Somebody's about to get a bunch of XP from this dust transmuter. Let's have it be you. Grand Cleric Akuma would do best in volcanic surroundings. Do we actually have a volcanic region? We don't, right? No, we do not. Yeah. Alright, well, we'll just put him somewhere. He has boost too, so it doesn't really matter where he goes. He just needs to be somewhere where... He'll be most effective somewhere where the dust output is high. There is a small percentage bonus attached to that. Redalta. Well, hold on. We did hire somebody else who has... No, never mind. So yeah, Redalta. Redalta's fine. And then Feeds on Bones needs to go in a place that has 3 districts, or 3 minor faction villages. Emeroya and Iapoli are both interesting. I'm going to do Iapoli here because of the fact that we might need to defend it. And then actually, some of these guys have skill points available. Yep, give me food. Alright, who else has skill points unspent? Okay, it's just this guy now. Alright, well, I think we're in a pretty good spot to defend ourselves, maybe? I mean, if Blue declares war on us, they're coming over the border with a ton of stuff. This is not going to be enough. We need to get more military units in that direction. And I think I'm still worried about Red potentially making noise over here, so I don't know that I want to pull Adenda's garrison. I think we just need to make new military units. But we also have so much other stuff going on. Dust output is continuing to climb, though. It's a very good sign. It's going to have to climb pretty far for us to be any kind of dust victory threat. I don't know exactly how much time we have. Presumably the Ardent Mages are going to be able to get a science victory at some point. Alright, Siam Adya has reached level 2. We are all still extremely drunk. Who are the Hernas? So we must go to the indicated... Are you joking? Wow, there's territory down there, huh? Okay. While showing the Watchman's Pelt equipped on your hero. This is not a thing I'm going to do. We got the Watchman's Pelt. That's really what matters. So, speaking of... Let's go ahead and put this on. 14 defense, 72 health. So it's actually, arguably, maybe not better than the titanium chest piece, but it doesn't require any strategics. So, hard to argue with that. We could go for... We could go for some pretty fancy gear on our heroes. 12 defense, 10% life. That's a lot of attack. Alright, and I now have access to army health boost. I should probably have that trinket on. Maybe personal health boost is better than personal defense boost? Or better than personal damage boost? It's a lot of damage, though. Like, look at how much damage it is. Killing the enemies is effectively a lot of health. Let's take another quick look here. Pink is at war with red. That's interesting. Interesting and potentially bad for us. Blue is also at war with red. We need to commit an army over here. Okay. Things are changing rapidly. Let's... Oh, you don't have the movement to get back into... Darn it. I think we're going to... we're gonna snap our hero over to this army. We're gonna move in the general direction of Sarad and see if perhaps an opportunity becomes available to us. They are performing another roundup. We're gonna be over half health by the time it finishes. Here we are totally not. I don't know how many turns we have left on this. Because if we have one more turn, and we could do a level 3 action, that would be ideal. If we get wounded or disabled, I'm going to have to pay a dust cost that is probably totally trivial. If we get captured, things are trickier. There's a small chance nothing happens, and I get to just keep stealing tech. Over here, they're doing another roundup. I will say that forcing the cultist player to do roundups over and over again is probably hurting their economy pretty badly. Spending an awful lot of time not producing stuff while they're throwing their little tantrum there. Let's do some stuff that's fairly straightforward for a moment here. We'll come back to that. Supply 20 Hyperium to this manufactorium to get a bathysphere design. I don't even want that. No, just give me through force. They have an artillery ship. Okay, artillery ships are pretty dangerous if you can't get next to them. That's a shame. This is the kind of thing where you would like to have a boarding vessel. Although, unfortunately for them, they're terrible at the game, and they have placed their artillery ship too close to the enemy. See that? The game almost tricked me there by putting the one guy who doesn't have the initiative to go before the artillery ship closest to it. Actually, maybe we want to do more like this. Well, he has Endless Flames 3. And his gear is actually good. Well, I'll tell you what we have is health. Alright, so as long as one of us is adjacent to this thing, its weapons don't work right? Minus 50% attack and damage when attacking or counterattacking an adjacent unit. Okay, so it's not having something next to it. It's when actually fighting with the thing that is next to it. Alright, well, that being... I would love to just get rid of this thing if we could. Okay, he has 18 health left. He'll burn to death at the beginning of his turn. So we do not any longer have a reason to fear. Yeah, whatever. Alright, we have control of this ocean region. We are getting so much Moonleaf. Hooray. You need to definitely get down here and join up. A lot of pink units in my territory all of a sudden. Probably not anything to worry about. I think they're still friendly. Really curious how this is going to go. I'm going to be honest with you. Blue taking control of Surat is kind of a nightmare scenario for me. I'm just going to snap the hero over now, I think. We're going to hope. Hope that we will be afforded an opportunity to do something truly stupid. You guys probably are just in Neapolis garrison then? It might be better for us to stay somewhere near the border, but I guess Emirea itself is pretty close to the border. Emirea does not have a hero. Neapoli does, so we'd be providing benefits to the hero in Neapoli. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill out in here. You know, it didn't even occur to me. We have, actually, vision of that from super far away. I'm gonna pull Guliawa. Cannot pull not Guliawa. No, I totally did. I reassigned Guliawa to that army. That was a misclick. Well, I mean, we had to pull Guliawa out of that city anyway. That is not the hero I meant to pull over there. Well, maybe Guliawa can help with the push. I meant to grab you. Okay, so this army, like I said, just get in this garrison, apparently. When Guliawa's assignment cooldown is up, we will infiltrate that city. Alright, so Addenda, do I, just produce a military unit now? Yeah, I kind of think so. Did that really make us not have enough money to buy a tech? Yep, I was, right on the knife's edge. Well, you know what we could do is sell all of this moonleaf. There we go, problem solved. I'm going to buy the hospitality den. And then we're going to go and have some words with Pink. See if we can't set up an alliance for the ages. Pink loves us. You can see I was trying to figure out what we were going to do about the other players here. Okay, does not love us as much as I thought he did. Jesus. You want that research agreement you've been bugging me about? Wow, that is not a good amount of diplomatic faith for 130 influence. Apparently pillage will... Okay, yeah, I want you to have pillage too. That's really good for us. He doesn't want these other tax. Okay, we could get there on a pretty small amount of resources that I don't care about. In fact, I like him having emeralds. Okay, strong alliance. Friends forever. With that, I think we are maybe ready to actually end the turn. 2.4k dust. It's a good start. So if Siema Adya can just go uncaught by a roundup once, they'll probably stop doing roundups because they'll think they made us move her out. And then she can just keep building up her infiltration level. We can drop their fortification. There's a good version of this, but it involves us getting pretty lucky. It's also possible that Blue and Red will fight in such a way that Red City is damaged and we can just swoop in and take it. That's kind of my hope here. Alright, so I do need to take these guys back into our territory because I have to do some retrofitting. Also, man, we're all wounded and torn up. We're walking around on volcanic terrain, so we're not getting... the good health regen. That's true. I am insane. I'm insanely allied with your enemy. It's insane how much I've allied with your enemy. Okay, didn't actually take me over to the battle. They attacked our fortress, not our army, which is why our guys are coming in as reinforcements. I don't think there's a lot of finesse to employ here. We pretty much just go straight toward them. Yep, that's how that's going to go. It is tough to fight a lot of fire ships with boarding vessels. Boarding vessels are just really bad against fire ships. Okay, pretty happy about that. Let's go get the other fortress, and then we'll get all these sea ruins. but I want to claim this other fortress so that neutral ships stop spawning. You guys, I don't know what you're going to do. You're going to grab these pearls. And there are definitely pearls that are just sitting out here that have been just sitting out here. I wonder if Pink's units are moving through my territory because they're on the way to attack Red, maybe? It's not a very good way to do that, but I can't imagine why else these guys are here. Pink is certainly not planning to turn on us. They wouldn't have accepted the alliance if they were. I feel like 40% confident. Alright, we're just going to get over here in the direction of this thing and see, like, I don't think that Blue's going to be able to take Red, but if they do pull it off, I want to be ready. Your assignment cooldown is 2 more turns? Man, I don't know what to do with you. Just chill, I guess. When the assignment cooldown comes up, we'll just pop that army out of the garrison and insert this spy into that blue city there. Alright, so we definitely want to take this region. The question is, where? We have a coastal settle near some steel stalks here, and I do like this anomaly. I think that's probably it. It doesn't look like there's real great anomalies anywhere else. Black dust is fine. But yeah, I think it's somewhere up here. And unfortunately, I killed all the minor faction villages in the region, so we're going to have to rebuild them. Do I, in fact, want to just produce more settlers? Yeah, one more. One more at least. We'll see if I want another one after that. Alright, I don't think we're in a big hurry anywhere else, so let's watch what's going down over here. Now, our spy might get damaged out of the city. I'm hoping very strongly that that does not occur. God, 18 population city with all those wonders. That'd be a good pull. No. Still no. Oh! I didn't even realize this was a legendary deed, but I had 4,000 dust at the end of the turn. Oh, that's why I didn't regenerate. It wasn't the volcanic terrain at all. It's because there was an event that makes me not able to regenerate. Okay, so it's looking to me like this is not happening. Blue is an idiot, basically. That means that we're gonna turn around. Gonna put some people back in this city garrison. We're gonna reassign the Sable Blade back up to the other side. And if Red is kicking Blue's ass, Blue is going to have a hard time getting Red to accept peace. So we maybe want to be ready to march on Blue. I don't love this. They're bringing a bunch of artillery ships over here, so if we declare war on them, they're going to immediately ruin all of our stuff. Also, they can just siege us with those. Artillery ships can bombard coastal cities. Man, maybe that's their play. Maybe that's the whole thing they're doing over there. Don't love that. We should produce another fire ship, maybe. Alright, what else do we need from this era? I'm gonna go ahead and grab endless mechanisms, probably. Maybe brigade system. You're under half health, I think? Yeah, I'm gonna stay put. Doesn't feel good, but I think it's right. Alright, I would love to fight one lone, horribly damaged boarding vessel. That sounds wonderful. Alright, the Sable Blade is just gonna get reassigned in a second anyway. But we can just hang out by the ruins and search the ruins again. Yeah, am I going to buy endless mechanisms? I think I am. Will it be more than 2,400 dust that we get out of it? It's possible. Actually, when we buy this, it's going to refresh all the sea ruins too, so we probably want to wait. I'll just grab Brigade System. Brigade System's very good. Very good and useful. Okay, nothing terribly special over here. So, do we have any resource boosters that we desperately need to pop before putting down the new city? No, we do not. Are there any resource boosters available that we could buy and then pop before putting down the new city? Nope. The only thing there's enough of is emeralds. We're just a little bit short on dyes. Yeah, okay. So, 4614 with 10 approval. Not amazing. Alright, we're definitely going to want to pour a little bit of money into this city. So what else do we need here? I definitely want to get the resource... Oh, right, the villages. Villages are important. That one's actually still just hostile. 109 dust for points of population. Absolutely. Grass silk. Palladian. And then these other ones. This region is very resource rich. We're not going to need Central Market immediately. Right away might be good, though. So what are we looking at here? These are probably all very cheap to buy out. Yeah, sure. More trade routes. Trade routes is good. You know, they just is. They just is good. Okay, I think we're ready to push onward here. Yeah, once we finish the Moonleaf Extractor here in Ladera, we need to build more units. This is not a thing that is worth waiting on. What am I doing? Alright, so we're seeing 656 industry versus 1568 dust. So, that is, what, 2.5-ish? So yeah, it's slightly better for us to be on dust than it is for us to be on industry, in terms of getting this guy finished. We're producing a little bit more value on him. Here in Costrian, I'm 2 out of resources to make units. Well, let's change up the design a little bit then, because we definitely have resources. I just have different ones now. Yeah, we can change the swords to adamantium. That'll work just fine. We're going to need some of these guys too. And in this city where we're only making 7 dust per citizen, it does make more sense to leave them on industry. Alright, now we're ready. Man, if the cult ends up being responsible for burning out another player here, that's going to be pretty big. Perusk was settled, wasn't it? Am I imagining things? You know what? We didn't really have a lot of vision down here. I'm not 100% sure. I knew what the situation was. So you're not at war with blue. No, okay, yeah. It's just everybody hates red right now. I think we can take advantage of this. We have to be a little bit careful about how we do it, but I think we can take advantage. So yeah, let's get this ship stuff taken care of. Control of Maribond, even though it's not necessarily super valuable. Then we can start searching sea ruins. Okay, Siema Adya was captured and is now held captive by the enemy empire, which is a shame. I am confident that we will figure that out. We'll get that resolved. Okay, obviously, we crush this guy. And then this... We could lose ships fighting these guys. Give them 20 Hyperium, and they will give you the Predator foils. Those are not great. They do have improved movement, too, on them. We have 20 Hyperium. No, we have 20... Yeah, Hyperium. And I don't think we're going to need a huge amount of Hyperium this game. The reason you usually need a bunch of Hyperium is for, what do you call it? For building science buildings. So, actually, I'm just going to give that to them. I think I'm okay with that. And then we will, search sea ruins on our way over to confront Blue. Blue's artillery ships are not particularly good artillery ship relative, and they're going to have a hard time fighting us because artillery ships versus fire ships is... I mean, it's not necessarily tough. It really depends on whether you can maintain range. But artillery ships with nobody to run interference for them don't usually do super well against fire ships. And then... Probably want to get this done, actually. We'll leave people over here on dust. They need to actually be producing the right amount of dust. Assignment cooldown on Guliyawa is up, so let's have you jump out of Yapoli. Need vision of Guiron, pull Guliyawa into there. So, Siema Adya is detained by Amar for 30 turns. Or, you can negotiate the release with their jailer, or, I believe, you can eliminate the jailer from the game and you get your hero back. I'm pretty sure that's the case. A red. I want my hero back, please. Wow, they are, Okay, Brigade System and Glory of Empire. Glory of Empire, weirdly bad for them. Sorry, they love it a lot, is the thing that's weird. May I please have my spy back so I can place her back into your empire? Kind of a funny thing to spend a bunch of influence on while giving them a bunch of technology. But, like, we kind of have... We have to do something, right? Do we? Here's a question. What if we just left her there? Because her whole thing, like, the whole thing she was going to do for us was gather technology. But if she can't do that anyway... due to the AI initiating roundups the turn she enters the city, and the roundup, like the math on those is just, it's bad. You can't spy through repeated roundups. Maybe she's not worth anything to us. Certainly not worth doing this thing. Who else has stuff to do? You are needed to... I don't even know what. God, there's a lot of unowned territory, isn't there? Maybe an expansion victory is reasonable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20... No, this still, like... We would still have to take all of Blue's land in order for that to be at all feasible. And if we were able to do that, then we don't need to win an expansion victory. We will have everything else available to us. Weberun's looking soft, though. Maybe we just buy troops for a couple of turns and then go after Blue. I think I might do that, because Blue's probably pretty distracted right now. They're probably having a pretty hard time fighting Red. We can actually see them on the scoreboard at the moment. Precipitous reduction in military strength. Yeah, okay. Let's just troop up and go kill him. Predators are still pretty reliant on the wrong resource there. We do need more resource income still. Don't quite have that dust. Can I make 500 dust right now by selling stuff? Probably not, right? 500's a lot. Like, this stuff is not... Yeah, that stuff's not too valuable to us because we don't have the extractors for it. Certainly sell that off. Quicksilver is certainly not pointless. It's also, at 5.8, like, sort of valuable. Okay. So we have 4 units up right now. We're titanium short to start another one right this second. And we're not making 10 titanium per turn. That said, 4 of our units plus our hero, who has a couple turns left on reassignment. Oh, right, because we don't have the reassignment cooldown reduction skill here. That's definitely interesting. We would definitely be able to take Guiron with that crew. I wonder how much military strength Blue's going to have left after a couple more turns of fighting with Red. Basically, I'm wondering how much we can, how much we could possibly take from them, and whether there would be a reprisal that we would have to actually fear. So Pink is not interested in going to war with Blue. You know what? If I swear I'm also going to war with Blue, they're down. Give them bread and circuses, and we'll just do this. Give them a brigade system, and maybe actually get something in return. Ooh. Improved dust alchemies. Look at you having all the fancy techs. Like, that's a deal, man. What are the odds I'm just getting Pink killed by diverting their focus from Red? They're pretty far away from Red. If I make this deal, we kill Blue. I think that that's very likely. I don't want to make the deal yet. I want to wait 2 turns until we can reassign our hero over to here. We can spend some more time in this garrison chilling for the moment. Our spy is not in the optimal city, but we can... let's see. We'll be at level 2. Increased morale requires at least level 3. Steel technology's no good. We could damage the fortification of the city, I guess. Our spy's probably not going to get any value out of being in this city, then. Well, at least we were able to get some intel on Blue's position, that I would feel comfortable doing this. You, I guess, are just going to get generally over in this area. You're not scary, but you're a little bit of military strength. You know, you contribute. We could run the dredges over to, like, Emeroya's garrison. I'm going to do that. These are bad units, but the AI will not know what they are while they're in the garrison. It'll just see there's 4 units there, and hopefully think twice about attacking, right? And our Sable Blade could just undo a couple of red conversions here. Like, we don't have to let this stuff stand. Maybe this results in Red declaring war on me. It's possible. Hopefully they have their hands full. But I do kind of feel the need to step on them a little bit. Maybe it's just vengeance for Ziema. Not the kind of vengeance where I, like, do stuff about her being in prison. You know. The kind of vengeance where I harm bystanders. You know, movie vengeance. A lot of hero levels. Alright, Feeds on Bones is definitely going to reduce the cost of units produced in Neapoly. That seems valuable. The Grand Cleric over here is just headed up to Inspirational Leader. It makes more sense to go up through the green line, because at least going up through the green line will also gain Defender. You are definitely increasing the trade route bonuses of Addenda. Gold has run out, and there is no more gold. Never shall we do. Honestly, the Centaur's job may also be to sit in the garrison at Amaroya and look like an intimidating number. Yeah, just try to make it look like they can't come after us. Make them fear coming after us. Let's produce this Predator. It's worth doing. That is a settler who is going to settle in Chisas, maybe? There's an adamantine deposit here, a palladium deposit here. This region has dye. Yeah, it might be Taldrain, actually. And if it is Taldrain, Spiral Rock Peels. Probably the right place to put down. We have this nice defensive ball. Yeah, I think that's actually right. So, somewhere over here. Like here-ish? 211-2. Oh man, this terrain's actually terrible. Alright, what if we did go deeper in? What if we went over to like here? 1710, 1339. It's not great, but industry's not that important for our cities anymore, because we're going to buy a lot of the buildings we need to buy. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. The approval's nice, but food and dust are more important. In fact, it might be no industry at all. I think that's the right settle. Okay, Naklaran, as much as I am enjoying having you produce settlers, maybe we go to Dust Deposit now? Or Dust Depository? Just keep working on producing dust. We're holding Fervent. But we're not holding Fervent by a ton anymore. I'm wondering if it is reasonable for us to continue settling after Taldrain. Well, we should probably at the very least get Chisas because it has Hyperium. We are not going to need the Hyperium that much, but Hyperium is a valuable trade good. Yeah, okay. I convinced myself. You still have one more turn on your cooldown. Zenda needs to produce... Yeah, alright. We'll get this Dust Depository. Switch everybody in Addenda over to Dust Production. Dalta is out of burrows to build. I need to buy a little bit of titanium here. Start producing units. And we want to... So what do we have here? We have 2 assassins, 2 predators. 3 more predators. 1345 is what I would need to buy you out. Man, yeah, we really don't have a lot of money generating resources left to sell here. Boy, that stuff is not valuable at all. I guess we have way more wine than we need. How much wine can I sell? In 6 turns... Jesus. We're making a lot of wine. Holy crap. Alright, the answer to that question was enough. Okay. Alright, so Guiron is in serious trouble. We have no idea whether Blue's military, like, where their positions are or anything, but we do know that these used to be Blue regions and now they're not, so they're losing this war with Red pretty badly. Our Sable Blade definitely needs to take... It is just about to be winter. Yeah, alright, ice in the veins. It's up here. Still no. Offer me something, dog. Just give me something in exchange for the resources. Ooh, they just settled at Oleran. Interesting. Well, with these just being 2 militia units with 100 points of fortification, maybe we pull... the units that we have over here are really not very good. Like, we could pull units from Adenda to threaten that. Beads on Bones is going to up the other level of Slave Driver, or should we head toward Inspirational Leader? I'm going to pick up the other level of Slave Driver. Unit production is really cheap here in Eopoly. So, if we were to declare war on Blue right now, we would lose stuff. They have too many artillery ships. We could make this a lot better if we just had some more fire ships, if we could go 1-to-1 with them. Can't make fire ships because of glass steel costs. Yeah, this is not a problem I was anticipating having. Maybe we just kind of throw caution to the wind on that one? Let's pop this army out. We know we're going to do this. Let's go ahead and do this. Do I want to just declare now? We wait until next turn to declare. I could do a level 2 thing, but, like, what's the value, right? Oh, also, I'm not just going to declare, right? I'm going to make the deal. Let's see if... Is Pink still amenable to that? Has their feeling changed? I think that's actually gotten more positive. Is Red still at war with both of them? Yes. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this thing, but we might want to wait until next turn. I have 5.5 moves, so I would be able to take Guiron right now. With Oleran only having 2 units, if we spawn out these guys who are terrible, will we just, like, adjust the design to make them less terrible? Plus our 1 good Predator, plus just, like, any hero. Could we negotiate for Ziama Adya's release? I don't want to give them brigade system. Hold on. Because if we could get Ziama Adya's release and have her lead the army, that would be pretty cool. Okay, this isn't that much of a trade-off. Ziama Adya could probably take that city by herself. 201 plus. I mean, we're going to be able to afford this. We might have to make some moves with our population into influence to make sure we can afford the Empire plan we want next turn. Or not next turn, but next Empire plan time. Alright, give me back Ziama Adya. Let's pop you out here. Have a look at her gear real fast. Okay, she's under-equipped. Well, let's slap her onto this army. Adjust the Delver design, or the Dredge design. I think we're going to just accept that we're going to take a beating on the ocean. We can get it back. Or not, because honestly, it's not even that impressive what we have. So we don't want to equip these guys with strategics. We want to just give them the best dust gear that we have access to. And we're going to be fighting a force that's pretty much just melee. So let's go for the two-handed hammers. They need the defense a little bit more because they're going to be going last. Very, very low initiative on Delvers. Improved movement, and I'm not going to bother giving them sharp sense. Just keep their costs a little bit lower. We cannot upgrade the Centaur, unfortunately. All right, they have 6 movement. I'm not sure exactly what we want to do movement-wise here, because we can't test our range inside their borders just yet. Now Ziema Adya has to get equipped. She has good weapons already. We don't have to touch those. Army health boost. So she naturally has army piercing boost, which is fine, not great. The good army boost trinkets are a little too expensive for her. We'll probably just put her in dust gear for right now. Oh, put her in this thing. That's nice. That's a good thing to have. So I might not bother putting anything else on her. I haven't bothered to equip the Band of Merriment anywhere, but, like, we just don't... Oh, hey, Addenda is not actually ecstatic. What on earth? Or fervent, rather. Ecstatic is the other game. Yeah, okay, I thought we were all fervent. There we go. We will be fervent when that refreshes. So I think we go for that deal now. What are we going to build? In Ladera, we could build a military unit to allow us to push on Rigsina. Yo, I'm going to trash my approval rating here. Everything's going to go to hell. We probably want to make a military unit. We want it to be a Predator. In Ovoru, I don't know, man. Just something that doesn't take up a lot of resources. Nope, not even a central market. Glass steel's too valuable. Okay. So I have 1.9k dust. Part of me wants to use it to just rush this. But now we could declare, and like Olaran, there's no way they can defend Olaran. There's no way they can defend Guiron. And then we have them on the back foot. Most of their army's over here, probably, right? Desperately trying to defend themselves against pink. Or against red. They're going to have to desperately defend themselves against pink. Alright, let's do it. I'm just going to make this deal as it is. In your favor. Because we're friends. Because that's what friends do for each other. Let us do some bodily harm, shall we? Oh no, we can't attack this turn. Crummy. Well, okay. Element of surprise, somewhat forfeited. This is bad. Why don't you guys jump in there for a second? I want to search ruins. But if we jump in the fortress for a second, we'll get faster replenishment. They're gonna tear me up. Try building some boats. I'd have to buy some resources, but we could do that. Build some more fire ships and try to overwhelm them. Because if we have at least 4 fire ships, if we're in a position where we can put one of our ships on each one of their ships, we will win the battle. We will win the battle without question. I suppose that I want to do that. Each one requires 7 glass steel and 10 titanium right now. Fortunately, there's plenty of these low-tier resources on the market right now. Not always the case at this point in the game. Alright, so these are 800 something each. We can only rush one of them. So maybe I don't rush any of them, right? These guys only have 3 move. Maybe what I do here is I back these guys off. In fact, that allows me to get this ruin. We're going to back off along the coast. We'll buy ships next turn. We got a Pedagogitor, which makes our ships have more XP gain. That seems bad to me. Yeah, I'm never really worried about the levels of my troops. Maybe I should be more worried about the levels of my troops. Oh, we still have hostile miners to worry about. I didn't even think about that. Alright. We can certainly make this thing happen. They have a loose hero just kind of hanging out over here. Okay, this should be very, very easy. We will manual it just to make sure that the Predators don't take any damage if they don't have to. And they don't. You're back there, which is probably not ideal. Okay. Yeah, not really a lot of technique to apply on this one. It's a shame we didn't quite get through that guy's fortification with the first attack, so it ate the entire second attack. We got 40 influence. So this has not come up a lot, but if you take cities, if you basically just do bad stuff to people who are at war with your allies, you earn extra influence that way. Which is good, because we're going to need some. We spent an awful lot. So we see here a bunch of loose heroes. It seems like they're having trouble keeping their army intact. Red's troops are pretty scary, I get that. This city could be producing all of the dust. And also a monument to our glory. And I think that is probably where this episode should end. We have made a big move here that is almost certainly going to end in the elimination of blue. And then I don't exactly know what our path to victory is from there. It seems like it would be pretty hard to lose, but that's not the same thing as knowing how to win. So that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time to see us give these Ardent Mages what they deserve. And we'll see you then.